Hi, folks. Here's that old man speaking to you after way too long an absence. The occasion? Happy 38th birthday, Interface. Yes, it was 38 years ago today, April 6, 1973, that Interface was born. That's the day we had our startup capital in hand. Everything up to that day was conception and gestation, starting with a gleam in my eye to do my own thing. And here we are today, our company at 38, coincidentally the same age I was in 1973. So thank you, people of Interface, for your steadfast devotion to our company. We have come a long way, but the best is yet to be. Maybe I should take a minute and bring you up to date on me, so you know firsthand. The best indicator of how I'm doing is the CT scan that I get every 3 months at MD Anderson in Houston. The last two have been headed in the wrong direction, but the doctors seem confident that my next treatment, which may involve radiation, will get on top of it. I can only hope they're right. When my blood counts are good, I feel good, and that's a good sign. And I have gained weight through the whole entire time I have been receiving chemotherapy, and that is frankly ridiculous. So what's the bottom line for me? I wish I knew. Whether I can keep the beast at bay or even beat it will be determined by good doctors, good medicines, lots of positive thinking and prayers, and my own strength. The answer lies in that combination, and I do appreciate your positive thoughts and prayers. I appreciate them more than you know, and I'm positive that they help. I hope you will keep it up. I think we must all hope our lives will have counted for something good during our brief visit to this blue and green living planet called Earth, the third planet from a star named Sol. What our lives count for is our legacy. For me, the first thought is of family. My wife, Pat, my two daughters, Marianne and Harriet, their 5 children, Jay, John, and Patrick Lanier, Melissa and McCall Langford, and now Melissa's daughter, Bailey Isabel Heflin, my great-granddaughter. Then there is this third child of mine, Interface, now 38 years old. It has grown up to be something of which I am very proud. For the last 16 years, this third child of mine has been on a course that is very dear to me, climbing that mountain called Mount Sustainability. I can't say whether I'll see the view from the top, but I want you to see it. And I want you to see the day when the Interface model has become the accepted business model for the most successful companies on the earth. I want you to feel the joy of having led the transformation of the worldwide industrial system. I want you to enjoy the prize that goes with being among the first to reach the summit of Mount Sustainability. I want you to truly appreciate the wisdom of doing well by doing good and the huge shift in thinking that has led us on this journey. So let's revisit. For some of you, old ground, maybe new ground for many of you. As a 76-year-old great-grandfather, I presume I qualify as an elder, and as such can take some liberties in what I say, under the heading Learned Wisdom. So the learned wisdom I want to leave you with today is in 3 parts. The first is this: questions can have great power. It was a question from our customers in the summer of 1994 that led us at Interface to our sustainability mission. The question, what is your company doing for the environment? It was in seeking to answer this tough-to-face question that we opened up the most amazing wellspring of innovation we've ever seen in our company. The quest for sustainability, zero environmental footprint, zero impact, has turned out to be so right and so smart in environmental terms and in pure business terms. For one thing, it has had a profound effect on organizational cohesiveness. A shared higher purpose will do that. Moreover, our costs are down, not up. Our products are the best they've ever been, and the goodwill of the marketplace is enormously gratifying. Truly, we have discovered that it really is possible to do well by doing good, and that this is a better business model in every way. Secondly, in my 55 years of business experience, I've come to realize that creativity in an organization is unleashed by bold, visionary leadership that sets aspirations so high they take the breath away. I once talked to a NASA scientist during that period after the Apollo series of moonshots. He told me that NASA was floundering, beset with low morale. People who had put men on the moon were bailing out. When I asked him why, he made the most surprising statement. He said that President Kennedy's challenge to put a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the end of the decade of the 60s turned out to be too easy. Kennedy's vision, as ambitious as it had seemed, was not ambitious enough. Having put men on the moon, NASA had nothing more to challenge them. I very much had that in mind when we launched our sustainability initiative at Interface in 1994. I challenged our company to go clear to the top of Mount Sustainability, the point at the top representing zero impact, zero footprint by the year 2020. Believe me, it is a very high mountain, higher than Everest. Today we call this initiative Mission Zero. And 16 years later, we're more than 60% of the way to the summit, zero footprint, with 10 years to go. Remembering Kennedy, I also challenge you people of Interface to go beyond sustainable and make our company a restorative company, doing good for the earth, not just no harm, and putting back more than we take. When the original task force heard this on August 31, 1994, they responded with incredulity. They said, "That sounds like perpetual motion. How do you do that?" Notice another question. How do you do that? We talked about it and concluded that if we could develop a clear meaning of sustainability as a goal for Interface and begin to move in a demonstrable, measurable, transparent, credible way toward that goal, we might influence others to move too. And that's how we could become restorative, through the power of influence. Not just what we ourselves did, but also what we influenced others, even competitors, to do. As weird as it sounds, though Interface has a long way to go to the top of Mount Sustainability as we define it, zero footprint, that last 40% or so, I expect we're already restorative through influence. Impossible, you perhaps think? But as Amory Lovins, co-founder and chief scientist at the Rocky Mountain Institute, says, if something exists, it must be possible. Here's my punchline. If we, $1 billion global petro-intensive company, can do it, it's not only possible, but anybody can do it. And if anybody can, it follows that everybody can. Here's another question. What is your mindset? At Interface, our high calling that takes the breath away is to shift the paradigm, beginning in our own minds and our own company. The power of a question. Here's my last question to you. Will we, the larger collective we, shift paradigms and do it in time? That is the question of our era. The heck of it is, it's up to you and me. And that is why Interface has been called by some truly knowledgeable people the most important company on earth. It's only right that if you create the legacy, you should share it. I truly hope you feel that you do share it. And do you know what? There's something that lies beyond what we can see or even imagine today. There's something more important than one person's or 4,000 persons' legacy. This commitment we've made won't stop when Interface achieves its 2020 goal. There must be another goal, the pursuit of which keeps you bonded to one another, building on the success of that thought to be impossible mountain climb. I don't know what it will be. I may not have the time or vision to know. But this I do know, the year 2020 will not mark the end of time or the end of Interface's journey or the maturing of Interface's destiny. 2020 will mark a way station on the journey to fulfilling our company's ultimate purpose. So I say to you all, dream big, work hard, keep hustling, do good, not just no harm, and have fun along the way. I will be with you every step of the way, in body, then in spirit. God bless.